guys, so I am pretty sick right now, so if I sound kind of crusty, that's why. But let's move forward. I want to tell you guys about the time that Summer got lice. I don't even want to think about it right now. I want to share this story with you guys, and I'm going to make a video about how I got rid of the lice too after this one. So I just really feel like this information needs to be out there for people. I think it could help anyone who else is in this situation. And then of course I felt like I needed to share my story because it'll kind of lead into how I figured out how to get rid of lice. So one morning I was waking Summer up from school. I see like a little bug in her hair, like a little tiny bug in her hair, and I was just like, okay, like maybe there was a bug inside. You know how sometimes bugs get inside, and I was just like, ugh, whatever, and didn't think about it anymore. I thought it was a little weird. There usually isn't any bugs like in beds, and not any bugs that are that tiny anyway. Like usually I'll see a spider here and there, but I'm just like, I didn't think of anything of it. And then I think a day or two later, I saw the same type of bug in her hair, and I was just like, okay. And I was just like, this is weird. And then I look and I saw another one, and I was like, okay, I have like goosebumps like thinking about it right now. But I was like, okay, there's two bugs in her hair, and I'm just like, is there like an infestation of bugs? How did these bugs get in her bed? Like, there aren't any bugs anywhere else, and I'm looking around, I'm like, I don't see any bugs anywhere. And then I'm just like, it just clicked, and I was like, what if this is lice? Like, I've never seen lice before, and I was like, what if this is lice? And so I take her to the bathroom, and like I go and I look in her hair, and there was just a bunch of bugs crawling around. My heart sank, and I was like, oh my goodness. And so I look up on my phone what lice looks like, and I'm like, Summer has lice. Summer has lice. And I was just like, oh, it's all so gross. Like, just thinking about it. Sorry if you're watching this, Summer. I love you. I'm not saying that you're gross. I'm just saying, ugh, lice. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like Summer has lice. What if she gave it to me? Oh my gosh, like freaking out, and I don't know what to do. So of course I go to the internet and I start looking up how to get rid of lice and everything, and how you get lice and this, that, and the other, and reading that usually people see like the nits, which are the eggs first before they see the lice, or they see the nits and then, they get rid of that before they develop into lice. So her life situation was pretty well developed to see that many like full-grown lice running around. And the only reason that I can think that I didn't catch it sooner is because Summer does her hair most of the time when she wears it out, and she only styles her hair when it's wet. So when her hair is wet, you can't really see the lice. They're very small and they're dark, and she has dark hair. So I would imagine, of course, if she does her hair in the bathtub. So if she's doing her hair, like, I doubt she would see the lice, or maybe she saw them and was like, I don't want to tell my mom. She's going to be like, what's wrong with you? Why is whatever? That's the only reason I can think of, like, how it got to that point. I was just like freaking out, like completely freaking out. And I think I wrapped her hair up, and I probably like wrapped my hair up because I was like, I can't take any chances. I was like, okay, Summer has lice. Hopefully I don't have lice. And so I just start doing research. And I'm sure a lot of people, like a lot of Black people, can relate to this. Like, it's not common Black people for them to get lice. And I didn't really know why. I thought maybe it's because the curl pattern of our hair, which could be a thing. But after doing research, I kind of discovered it's like greasing our scalps. I think that kind of like creates a barrier, because they need to like get to your scalp to get blood to live. When we were younger, we used to grease our scalps. So I mean, that might be a reason why we didn't have lice. And then also what's common among Black kids, especially girls, is that, well, Black boys usually have the hair cut really short so they can't get lice, and then Black girls usually have the hair braided, which is also another way that prevents lice from getting like in your scalp, because they kind of need the hairs to go back and forth. I learned a lot about lice. They need the hair to go, like, to crawl. I'm all like, this is how lice move. I don't know how they move, but I know they grab onto the hair to move back and forth, so they can't, like, get to certain parts. If it's, you know, parted and a braid, you know, they can't navigate the scalp very well. So those are the two reasons why I found out pretty much why Black people didn't get lice. It wasn't necessarily because of our hair, but like our practices that we usually do. And since I like started growing my hair out, learning how to take care of my hair, learning that oil in my scalp isn't necessary and can in some ways not be good for my hair, I don't grease Summer's scalp either. Like, I've seen the lice kits at the store, so I was just like, okay, I'll get a lice kit. I was just looking up about the lice kit online. I don't know why I looked up the instructions or whatever, but I'm glad I did, because a lot of people said that it could mess up your curl pattern because it's really harsh. Summer has tightly curly hair and I have kinky hair, so I'm just like, there is no way that I'm gonna be able to comb the tiniest tooth comb through our hair, like not even a little bit. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can't use this product, so there has to be some other thing that I can do, because I'm just like, so I'll have to cut her hair off, or I don't know. I just continue to do research, and then I learned that you could use heat to get rid of lice. Ultimately, that's what I did. I used heat. I used blow drying and flat ironing and grease to get rid of her lice. And I did the same treatments to myself because I was like, I'm not trying to have any lice. I didn't see any lice come out or any eggs or anything. I didn't have lice or anything, but you know, I was just like, I'm just gonna make sure. Thankfully, I didn't have lice. I was so like heebie-jeebie, I want to shave my hair right now. I've already been like fantasizing about shaving my hair for like over a year now. I was like, now's the time. Now with the natural hair movement and people not greasing their scalps anymore, and maybe some kids even wearing their hair out more, and cool that Black people are more like proud of their hair and happy with their hair. I obviously have a wig on right now, but I even chose this wig because it looks like my hair when it's blow dried straight. A lot of people love their natural hair and they have their kids' hair out. They're not in braids as often. They're not putting grease on their scalp. We're learning ways to take care of our hair, but it's also making us vulnerable to getting lice. And it's crazy that she got lice because she goes to a predominantly Black school. It's so crazy that like this happened. Yeah, I just wanted to share that so people are just aware, and then also how I got rid of lice, because I'm just like, this is a great way. And just even for people who have straight hair, if you don't want to use the harsh shampoos and stuff like that, this is a great way to get rid of lice and for sure get rid of it. Because I know with the shampoos, like some people do all the process but it doesn't quite get rid of it, and you have to keep on doing the process for weeks and weeks and weeks to finally get rid of lice. And the way I did it, like, they were gone and they did not come back. And she had a pretty like serious case of lice. Like, when I was going through it, they're like, oh my gosh, it was like crazy. I had to put a sheet down and just lice falling on the floor, lice on her clothes. There was, oh my gosh, there was lice everywhere. I want to record a video talking more specifically about my process, about how I got rid of her lice, and kind of showing you the small sections that I had to do with the greasing and the blow drying and the flat ironing. It's a great alternative than using the harsh chemicals too. So till next time, bye.